My name's Cara and Shannon was my best friend. Shannon was beautiful. She had long dark hair, massive smile, big eyes. Everybody thought she was gorgeous. I went out every weekend with Shannon. During the summertime we spent almost every day together. We would have went shopping, and we loved to go shopping for new clothes, and we were never in the house. We were always out somewhere. If we weren't in the town or at the cinema chatting, we were out partying. We both had great dreams for the future. We had always planned that we would go to university and party. Everybody said those were going to be the best days of your life, and that didn't happen. And we had planned her birthday party as well. I remember on the night it happened, we'd been talking about booking a bus for her birthday. I think it was a 24-seater we had booked to go to Portrush, and we were going to have a hot tub party at her house before. And yeah. On that day we had decided to go to the cinema to see The Proposal. She lifted me, and a couple of others came with us. We went down to our local cinema to see the movie. It was about 8 o'clock, I think the movie was at. Then when it finished, we went back into the town. We were in the town for quite a few hours. We got ice cream and we're just chatting to all our friends. There's a meeting point where we would all have went to. It was about 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. Shannon, she left me home. I think she went back into the town and was chatting to a couple of boys we knew back in the town, and then probably for about half an hour, and then I think she went on home to hers. As she headed home, I understand she was speeding and that there was a lot of activity on her phone. Obviously that's what happened, and that's why she died the way she did. It was awful. The car was crumpled to pieces. The marks in the tree, pieces of her car were lying all around the tree, and I can remember when I went round to her house, I saw her in the coffin, and her whole face was like broken and like massively swollen, and I just can't imagine what happened to leave her in that sort of state. My whole crowd of friends was just distraught by what had happened. It was just like someone was missing. No one really knew what to think or knew how to act or really believed it to begin with, but yeah, it soon sunk in that she was never going to come back. The funeral was awful. I had never been to a funeral before, and it was just horrific. Watching her being carried up the middle of the church in a wooden box, it just didn't seem fair. I mean, she had her whole life ahead of her, and all those things at the university, the 18th birthday party, I think. Yeah, we planned to do so many things, and none of them were going to happen because the whole church was packed. I remember when we walked, the whole town, the whole street was bunged with people, like just all teenagers and young people, just heartbroken really. I think Shannon's crash really hit home with a lot of people. It really made them realise what responsibility they have when they're driving their car, and that mistakes can happen and how disastrous they can be. When you're young and you're driving, I don't think you really realise that it's not just your life that's in your hands, it's other people's as well. You don't imagine what that can do to your parents, or, well, Shannon's mum and dad and her brother and even her friends. Like, you don't realise what it's going to do to other people and the heartache that they're going to have for the rest of their lives. I know you're all sitting there thinking that this will never happen to you, but I thought that at a stage. The reality is it can happen to you, and it can happen to you very easily, so Don't take any chances on the roads. You cannot afford to do anything wrong on the road. Don't look at your phone. Don't even be tempted to lift it. Always wear your seatbelt. Always stick to the speed limits. You can't afford to slip up, because in seconds your life could be taken from you, and it's not worth it, is it? I never in my wildest dreams ever thought that I would be coming to see Shannon here.